Hi all, welcome to the video lecture series on computer organization and architecture. We all know that computer has become part and parcel of our daily lives. They are everywhere around us in the form of laptops, tablets, mobile phone, etc. Hence, it is required for us to understand how a computer works, what are there inside the computer. So to begin with this subject, we'll see the architecture of a computer system. So this is the architecture, this is a one human architecture of a computer system. We'll see what is a one human architecture and what are the parts that are available in a computer system. An input unit, output unit, memory unit and central processing unit. See, if you take a computer, everything that you do in a computer is a program. Suppose if you want to watch a video, the backend of processing that video is a program. If you want to execute a C program, everything that is behind is a program. If you want to do a chatting, then that is also a program. So everything that you do in a computer is a program by these hardwares, for these hardwares. Okay, so let us see in detail about each and every part of this one human architecture. So to begin with, we'll start with the memory unit. The memory unit is where your instruction and the data is stored. So before beginning with the memory unit, let me tell you about what is a program. A program is a set of instructions. A program is nothing but a set of instructions. So set of instructions is called as a program. So in one human architecture, where will these instructions be? Any executing program will be there inside the primary memory, which is called as main memory. Okay, the program and execution is inside the main memory, and all the instructions of that program will be available inside the prime memory, and all the data required for execution of that instruction will also be available inside the main memory. So both data and the instruction will be available inside the primary memory. So this kind of architecture is one human architecture, wherein your data and the instruction is available inside your main memory itself. So what is the difference between primary memory and the secondary memory? Primary memory is also called as main memory. It is a volatile memory, it is a temporary memory where program that is currently being executed is placed inside the main memory. And secondary memory is hard disk, it is a bulk storage, it is very large compared to that of the primary memory. It is used for backing store, used as a backing store. Okay, that's all about memory unit. We'll see in detail about each and every primary memory and the secondary memory in the later videos. In the introduction, in the architecture part, this is enough for memory thing. The next thing that we'll be seeing is about processor. So when you say program in execution, who is executing the program? It is not all these parts which is executing the program. It is this processor which is executing your program. So this is your heart of your computer. So processor is the heart of your computer which is executing your program. So program, as we all know, it is a set of instructions. The instructions will be present in the main memory. So what is happening in the processor? So processor has two parts. One is arithmetic and logic unit. The other one is control unit. Arithmetic and logic unit, as the name suggests, arithmetic and logic unit does all the arithmetic operations and logical operations that we have to do in a program. So all the calculation that we do is done by this arithmetic and logic unit. The circuitry for adder, subtractor, multiplication and everything is present in the arithmetic and logic unit. This is actually purely a hardware component which is used for us to perform the calculations. Control unit. Control unit is the one who supplies signals, control signals to the arithmetic and logic unit in what has to be done, what operation has to be done is given by the control unit of the processor. let us see in much more detailed form what is happening when executing these instructions. One of the instruction from the main memory is fetched to the processor for execution. So that fetched instruction is decoded by this control unit. Control unit decodes the fetched instructions. For example, there is an instruction, say add R1, R2. So these are registers. We'll see what is register in the later videos. Add R1, R2. So this is one of the instruction which is present inside your primary memory. This is being fetched by your processor, and what is done by this control unit is, this control unit decodes this instruction and gets what operation has to be done. So this part is called opcode, this part is called operand. Opcode is nothing but your operation, what operation has to be done. Operand is nothing but what is the data on which your operation has to be done. This is your operation and this is your data on which your operation has to be done. So this instruction which is fetched from the main memory will be decoded by the control unit, and this control unit will develop control signals. Control signals will be developed, and this control signals is given to the arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit will take that signals, and there will be registers available along with this arithmetic and logic unit. So these registers are internal, very small memory units that is present to help this arithmetic and logic unit, which is used for temporary storage or intermediate result storage and everything. So the small memory unit will be present along with this arithmetic and logic unit. So once the control signal is being given to the arithmetic and logic unit, and the data will be taken from the registers, and on the operation will be given by the control signal, and arithmetic and logic unit will perform the intended operation that is being specified in the instructions. So this is what is happening. First, an instruction fetch will happen, then an instruction decode will be done, and the control signal will be given to the arithmetic and logic unit, and the arithmetic and logic unit will execute the instruction. Once the instruction is being executed, then the output will be given back to the memory, and it is given out in the output. It is given out through the output unit. So this is what is actually happening inside the CPU. Okay. So this is the phases. First, let me write the phases first. Fetching of instruction will happen. Next, decode of instruction will happen. The next one is execution of instruction will happen. Then storing of result will happen. So this is what will happen in the processor. So as we said, there are so many registers attached to this arithmetic and logic unit. There are some general purpose registers, special purpose registers available along with this arithmetic and logic unit, which will help in storing the intermediate results and whatever addresses and so on. We'll see in detail about what are the registers available and all. And coming to the input unit and output unit. Input unit is nothing but whatever input we give through. For example, what are the input devices that we have in your computer system is your keyboard, your mouse, your scanner, your camera, and so on. So all this will come under input unit. Output unit is nothing but whenever an input is given in the form of a program, your memory will store the program and data, and the processor will process the data and the program given, and the output will be given through the output unit. Example output units that is available for us in the computer system is monitor, printer, and so on, LED screen, and so on. So this is all about the architecture. This is von Neumann architecture. Von Neumann architecture is, as we said, the instruction and the data will be present inside the main memory, and and this is von Neumann's architecture, and this is all the parts. We'll see in detail about what is a central processing unit, what is a control unit, what is arithmetic and logic, what are the registers available, types of registers available, what is the type of instructions. So this is one of the type of instruction. What are all the types of instruction, what are all the type of addressing modes, and everything we'll be seeing in this subject. This is all about the introduction and the block diagram of computer system. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you so much.